Hello, everybody. This is Maniac for Bricks, and welcome back. So, following up from one of my previous videos, where HB Bricks 1985 on Instagram had a couple stories trying to identify what Lego means to people, or what is identified as real Lego. I pretty much said everything was because I broke it down to very broad components that it is a toy, it is developed by the Lego group as opposed to another brand, and in some cases they had the bonus of being, interlocking building toys, sometimes compatible with other systems of building toys from Lego. And let's see what happened. Okay, so he says to start off, about 150 people voted each poll, pretty reasonable number. One of the first toys created by the Lego group. Um, yeah, that's true. One of the first. Only about 30% thought it wasn't Lego. I don't know who voted like that. I don't have those results. Only HB knows. But I'm going to say there's a possibility that it's not what people think of when they think of Lego, like when it comes to a building toy, even though it's still made by them. Or they didn't know really anything about it. I mean, there are still plenty of people that don't even remember or know that Lego started out making wooden toys. I'm going to accidentally scroll through this thing, aren't I? Anyways, so 97%, a lot more familiar. A thing I did with a couple of these is actually have the logo on some poles. Maybe should have removed it. I think it was okay either way. At least it shows the authenticity instead of like throwing a kitty craft in there or something, that looks like a building toy but not by the brand, to confuse it. I guarantee some people are probably not aware of this one even. Again, another poll that could have used a better picture. I think that was fine. I still recognized it as Duplo right away. All the polls contain real Lego, believe it or not. Yep. Problem with this little experiment is that obviously the results are going to be heavily biased or whatnot. Lego Mario has been one of the weirdest things Lego has made lately. Okay, so 85% to 15. I bet some people could argue that I didn't read the comments from the first video yet. I'm going to read them afterwards. I do respond to comments. Um, I imagine people would say it's not Lego because of the figure itself being not as, interchangeable or compatible. There is interchangeability I didn't mention in the first video. The suits, the power suits. You technically can change different parts on this figure for the hat, sometimes the arms, and the pants to make a different power up. And with that, it used the figure a different way. Here we go. So good old Galador, Defenders of the Outer Dimension. The TV show is surprisingly decent. I remember watching it when I was a kid. I don't remember much about it, and I tried watching it again around 2018, but didn't get through the whole thing. I know the episodes are still available, but I haven't watched it the entire way through. I watched like a couple episodes in the first season. I don't know if they ever had a home release for it. I've never heard of a home release, though. It would be nice if they did. I should have included Fabuland in these polls. Fabuland would be an interesting one because it has a lot of prefab pieces, kind of like in the Juniors line. It has animalistic figures, kind of like in Shima, but even less so using minifigure parts. That would be a cool one. But I bet a lot of people would say yes. Bionicle is technically a Technic Sun theme, or at least it started as one. Yep, I mentioned that in the last poll. Really need to buy more Technic stuff someday. Yep. I do want to show videos of to HB about my personal polling of this and experience, because I think that'd be fun. I thought it was fun to record it. Clicket's the successor to Scala and predecessor to Dots. Yep, just as I mentioned, Lego jewelry line. I really need to get one of those dots someday. They look like decent parts packs. if you check the right Walmarts, the first wave of them are pretty cheap now. And I was able to find them around the holiday season in a bundle that basically saves you some money compared to buying each of those components separately and gives you a bonus one or two. Not like exclusively, but like still extra stuff. I don't know if he lives near Walmart, just in case. Basically, Lego Skylanders. Yep, I mentioned that in the video. I said Toys to Life. Lego and their technology-based sets, 95 to 5. I actually found this set at a dollar store for a really good price. Yeah, they have been turning up in Big Lots and dollar stores. I haven't seen any dollar stores near me have them, but I've known that even back in the day, some of the packs were available at dollar stores, 99-cent stores, and other places, mostly along the West Coast, I believe. Because I have this information retained in my head. And yet I just watched the movie Clue, and I couldn't retain any information in there immediately after it happened. Here we go, dots. Again, I need to get one of these some of the day. I wonder if they are actually popular with the target audience. Good question. I have known some kids to wear them, but I don't know on the broad spectrum how they fare. I remember walking into Lego stores and some picking up packs like this. Obviously, the adults love them because it's more printed parts. And, it's a good price per piece ratio and all that. Remember the Lego Movie 2 sets were one of those Forts ones to include both mini dolls and minifigures. Yes. Introducing Queen whatever. Wanabe. One of the reasons I picked it up, and later the Sistar Starship. Missing the castle, and well, the Pop-Up Buzz did have mini dolls. I don't remember if it had minifigs. I don't think so. If there was any, where were they? They had 2 or 3 mini dolls in there, a couple of buildable figures. Actually, there's a whole bunch. I mean, Whatever Wanabe was definitely the first set of it because it was in the first wave. Yes, I have most of them. For that reason. I really did enjoy that. I mean, I totally understand they wouldn't put Duplo and Lego in the same box. That would throw off so many things. But Friends, mini dolls, and minifigures in the same box, perfectly fine. But yeah, I still have 1 or 2 missing on that front. This set is literally called My Dad. Oh yeah, I remember the My Dad set. It was recently a Brick Set random set of the week, or set of the day. So this one's 65-35. It's a little lower. So more people were like, not really. These sets come with a ton of cloth pieces that could probably look good on a Bionicle build or something. Yes, I have seen Bionicle builders and Technic builders, and it's been incorporated in other lines than Scala, that they use Scala cloth pieces. I think maybe even the Duplo dolls had removable clothes, and you could interchange those between the dolls themselves. And I don't know if anybody's used those in particular with certain mocks. They'd be cool though. Belleville ended in 2009, from what I know. Yeah, I think it was something like that. It might have even been before that. But if it was that late, then that means they were pushing it out in order to get Friends going, because Friends came up in 2011. If I remember correctly. Scala, yep, that's one I didn't get at first. It says there's two Scalas, the jewelry one and the figure one. Gotcha. I only remember the figure one. When's the Jack Stone reboot? Oh boy, oh boy. Hey, I'd be happy if they just made like a graphic to put on a sticker or a print of Jack Stone and just left it at that. Should have included the LEGO Star Wars buildable figures in these polls. Yeah, that's true. And those originally started as Technic, which is a form of LEGO, a common form of LEGO. Just like how we never got Ben 10 minifigures, we might never get Mario minifigures. I never say never. Hopefully we do. Holding out for when it does, and when the thing's cancelled, then we'll say it can't. Hero Factory did not deserve the hate it got in the beginning. CCBS is a great system that bridges the gap between system and construction sets. That's a term I didn't use in my original video. Construction is what's known for constructible action figures in LEGO form. Things like Bionicle, Hero Factory, any Technic buildable figures, Ben 10, all that would fall under that umbrella of construction. What inspired me to do this? Yeah, I knew. 94 and 6. So yeah, a lot of people were saying yes to these, it seems. Lately, many people have been saying Bionicle isn't real LEGO when it's technically a LEGO Technic sub-theme and super compatible with system. There's a lot more un-LEGO-like things that were made by LEGO. Galador, Scala, Muji. Oh, we didn't even mention Muji in the last video. I think it's either Muji or something else that was the paper punching one. It's like you punch in holes in pieces of paper that you can adapt Lego pieces through. There's a good video, I'll link it down below if I remember, for Nick on Planet Ripple. Look up Dank Lego. It's a Lego Rewind episode in the middle of the seasons, and it basically covers all the things you wouldn't think about when you think Lego, or a little more out there, but in a really abstract way describing it. Like this, for example. Yeah, that was in the video. People rarely talk about these. I do see people mock with them every so often, even with Technic and system. And then one more. Oh, that's it. This was quite interesting. I'll definitely do it again sometime, but structure it and plan it out a lot more. What do y'all think? Bionicle is as real as Lego Star Wars, as real as those wooden toys, those pirate sets, Galador sets, etc. It's all Lego at the end of the day. So yeah, as you can see in the polls, majority voted that everything listed was Lego oriented. Now, to follow up with the messages. Cheap at Walmart now, he liked that. I have most of them for that reason, he liked that. I do see people mock with them, yep. I need to get myself some Snap and Dots. It's spelled Quattro wrong. I'm going to look for just a moment for that thing I just said. Lego Alien model. I forget what the name of it was, but it was a green model. Let's see. Would the word green help? No, I don't want the shopping. Press the wrong thing. Green alien model. Get the alien minifigs. Got some Star Wars heads. Not what I was thinking of. I'm trying to remember what the name of the thing was. It was like brick something, which isn't really helpful. That's why I'm not looking by it. It was in the Club magazine. Might actually have posted it on Instagram a while ago. Don't remember what year it was. It was in one of the Lego books. The Lego book PDF. I don't know if it's going to have a PDF out there. What kind of book is that? No, not the Ideas book. Yeah, it's kind of late here. Sorry. No, not the Ideas book. The Lego book by Daniel Lipowitz. Is there a preview? See all 5 editions. Maybe I'll look for Daniel Lipkowitz. If it pulls it up through Amazon or something, we should be able to find a, oh yeah, the newer edition from 2018. Maybe? Don't remember if it would have that. Is there a preview? No previews. Great. Wait, did that one have a preview at the bottom? What's on there? Export citation. No, I don't need that. Amazon, there you go. Look at up Lego stuff, never made.